Hey YouTube, this is Brian Mahone. Today we're going to talk very briefly about Employment Practices Liability Insurance. Often referred to as EPL, it's a commercial general liability insurance coverage that covers claims from employees and sometimes others arising out of wrongful firing, hiring, harassment, sexual harassment, often wage and hour disputes as well. Real quickly, I just want to read you an example. So a graphic designer hired in 2001 resigned her employment claiming that she had been subjected to sexual harassment and gender discrimination. Specifically, she named 4 managers, directors of the insured as wrongdoers. The insured performed a thorough investigation, terminated 3 of the 4 people involved, but the evidence collected showed a long series of sexually explicit emails, jokes, comments in the workplace. This graphic designer was making $45,000 a year, and the insurer ended up paying $50,000 to defend the case before it settled for $240,000. So that's not typically the norm. What we see with these claims is that they aren't very catastrophic in nature. They're more of a frequency thing. So since the global financial crisis of 2008 or the Great Recession, if you're an American, these claims have been going up. Employees often can pick up a lawyer for a few $100s to send in a letter to the company claiming, wrongful hiring or harassment, sexual harassment, one of these things. And often the employers will get spooked and just pay whatever they're claiming, so it doesn't go to court and go to mediation or get up to this $200,000 range. Typically might be settled around the $20,000 range. So really the exposure increases with any business as they get more and more employees, as they're planning massive layoffs, as they're planning to ramp up and hire a bunch of people. The cost of claims and the duration of employment disputes are rising. Sometimes it can take 12 months to resolve these things, sometimes longer. The most common charge is retaliation, or, I'm an employee and I complained about sexual harassment and I got fired and now I'm filing suit. The average cost from one of these studies that I can link below, average total cost of EPL lawsuits is around $70,000. Defense costs, if it gets to that point, can typically range from $200,000 to $300,000. These policies, we're recommending to pretty much every company. They can be purchased within a business owner's package or commercial program for $500,000 limit with a $10,000 deductible, maybe for $500 or $1,000 a year. If you do have over 25, 50, hundreds of employees, you definitely would want to look at a standalone policy in a $1 million limit range. Deductible can really be adjustable between $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. These policies will cost a couple $1,000s a year, an estimated annual premium. Often EPL can be purchased on a standalone policy. Like I mentioned, lower limits can be pulled into a business owner's package, but they're often underneath a management liability policy. And management liability policies, EPL is only one part of it. There's also directors and officers and fiduciary liability as well. But if you had any questions additional about employment practices liability, feel free to reach out.